get into it. So we have a story here. As we all know, the artist, if you want to call him that, David D4vd, maybe emphasis on the VD. We're not quite sure, but hey, it is what it is. But here's some updates on David, the artist, who we know was allegedly with a very young girl, unalived very young girl, did things with very young girl. And now we're getting details on this. Now, we know these Twitter blocks, the internet, they've been saying, should have been done, lock this guy up. But here's some more information. I'll let you take off, Afro, after this. So apparently, David went on Amazon, purchased a couple of chainsaws after he stabbed Celeste Rivas and stood by while she bled out, according to the prosecutors. Prosecutors allege he ordered her an Uber to his home, then stabbed her multiple times, put her body in an inflatable pool in his garage to catch the blood, then dismembered her with a chainsaw. I don't know what 1980s VHS tapes this guy was watching, but here it goes.
Yeah.
And apparently he bought the pool under a fake name. Plastic fragments from it were later matched to her remains. He then texted and called her phone after she was already dead to fake an alibi. Again, you're texting a 13, 14-year-old. I think this was like right a day before her birthday when she was unalive. And the alleged motive was that she threatened to expose their relationship and destroy his career the night before. Now, this is just my little side thing. They were saying that she was upset that he's been with other, well, I don't want to say women. We don't even know if these are girls or women. We don't know that at this point. And now one day, so apparently her remains were found in 2 bags in the trunk of his abandoned Tesla in the Hollywood Hills one day after what would have been her 15th birthday. The alleged motive was that we talked about that, but prosecutors also say the 40 terabytes, everybody, 40 terabytes of evidence. I don't have that much. Schools don't have a terabyte.
Nigga, the PS5 ain't got that much space, nigga.
Absolutely not. And apparently it includes child CP found on his phone.
So yeah, 40 terabytes of CSAM, folks. 40 fucking terabytes.
So he is now
Don't
facing.
Think about it too hard, though.
Of course, obviously he's facing life without parole or the death penalty, and it would appear that they actually, let's see, another update.
Yeah,
he may have been pregnant at the time.
Yep, I was making. Oh yeah, you got everything, yo.
And the last thing that I have here, is apparently there's footage that appears to show someone else driving that Tesla on July 29th, the same day that prosecutors say he killed Celeste Rivas and tried to move her remains. Let's see if we can get this shared video up here. It's only 7 seconds. That's apparently the Tesla.
Yeah.
There's that. And I'm not sure what this is. Maybe that's his license plate. I'm not sure. But
I think that's supposed to be in the window. But like, I'm hoping that the police have far better technology to get clear photos. Like, because I mean, it's nasty work either way.
Not sure. But Afrokami, your thoughts now that we have more information on this? Your thoughts?
It's nasty fucking work. I also saw Fortnite is offering people refunds if you purchase his skin in Fortnite. You can get a refund, which is, I mean, I guess. But this whole situation, we've been, if you watch the show, you know we've been talking about this shit since it all first started, and it's been the new stuff, the stuff that just came out today about her possibly being pregnant and everything. That makes it just that much nastier. Like the fact that the prosecution is saying that she was going to cooperate in a case against him before she died. That's also fucking. I mean, but it does beg the question of like, yo, if we had all this evidence, and I don't believe they're just finding this evidence at all. So like, if we had all this evidence, why did we let him run around for so long? Because it's nasty looking at hindsight. Because like, there's footage of him on a podcast, literally what would have been the day after she died, And fucking this nigga regular fucking smiles and giddy talking about his come up, talking about how he knew his music was good if his mom hated it. He knew he was dressing fly if his mom didn't like what he was wearing. And it's like you just unalive somebody's child 24 hours ago. And you're just out here chatting it up with the white boys having white boy fun.
I mean,
and
they used to have those cases like what Tyler the Creator and Odd Future stuff, but like they never. I mean, that was just shock stuff, and that was like what 13, 15 years ago.
Yeah, 15 years ago, 16. Because Odd Future, the OF tapes dropped in 2012, I do believe.
Yeah, something like that's when I became a fan. Around
2011, 2012.
2011.
It's hard not to remember those first years, that first year after high school, and listening to nothing but Odd Future was a time.
So what do I do with my free will now that I have it? That I'm out of high school.
but there's a difference. Them niggas was just rapping about it and not really doing it. Like this nigga rapped about it before he did it, but then he still did it. So, or allegedly did it. Allegedly.
Yeah,
because like he's gonna go to trial for it, or he's gonna take
that's
a plea.
The crazy part. Like, right? Like, can you define 1 terabyte for me?
1 terabyte is 100 gigs, I do, or 1,000 gigs. It's either 100 or 1,000 gigs. Is 1 terabyte.
What does that typically and what could you do with 1 terabyte? What can you do with
one terabyte? Is literally like, okay, a terabyte is usually, think about how much if you got like the stock standard PS5, I believe it has a terabyte. And I mean, think about all of the games, and think he had C-SAM, so this was pictures and videos and fucking everything else. So one terabyte is easily like 10 AAA games installed on a system. So like fucking he's got 100,000 game library 1,000 times over with 40 terabytes of just. And for those who don't know, CSAM stands for Child Bleep Abuse Materials. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that is an insane amount. Because I get it. When I be on Batty Hub and stuff like that, sometimes I go about 6 or 7 pages deep till you find the right one. That much times 40?
40 terabytes is, I'd say 40 terabytes is a good portion of fucking, it's probably, if we were going to look in terms of P-Hub pages, that's multiple thousands of P-Hub pages, brother.
Like
worth of videos.
How many?
40 terabytes is crazy.
So the Lord of the Rings series altogether times like like that's
crazy. times thousands, brother.
That's
Think the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy, all 3 movies, the extended cuts, all that. It's probably like 12, 18 hours. Like a 40 terabyte. Then we're talking hundreds of hours worth of fucking material. Thousands of hours, possibly.
So, what? First of all, what do you feel like guilt makes him turn himself in this situation, or do you know that your life is over? And like, you don't turn yourself in, you try and hide something?
He's got, look, if by some weird, crazy way he manages not to go down for this murder, that hard drive's yours, brother. Last week we looked up what a 40 terabyte hard drive looks like. It is literally it looks like a small briefcase. It is a hard drive that is the size of a small briefcase, folks. Go back and watch last week's episodes. We pull up pictures of what a 40 terabyte hard drive looks like. It is crazy.
Casual Conversations, YouTube, every Thursday, 8 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Make sure y'all go back and watch that, and so you can see what a terabyte is, or how big that is. So
yeah, you can see what.
But so if he so
even if he got away with the murder, brother, with 40 terabytes, you might as well. I don't know. Because
Because
like there
do
is
you
no
turn yourself in that situation? Like you can't, you unalived her
if
for the
he's
sole
too scared
purpose
to
of not
die.
losing your life, right?
If the nigga is too scared to slide down the sewer slide, fucking he's gotta know he's cooked. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like you can't do that, and apparently he ain't had that kind of money because he couldn't do the Dame Dash thing where you move away to a different country that doesn't have extradition fucking in America. That's what Dame Dash did. That nigga out in fucking Paraguay or some fucking shit. Someplace that doesn't have a
Bali.
US extradition. Yeah, Bali, there we go.
He's Bali.
Paraguay is
But
it
I
was
mean, that's
just
the
the first
thing. Like,
random
so,
country I could
so
think.
you did this
But
because she was about to out you for being a PDF file, and so
yeah.
like, if
And
if this
so
goes out, my life is over.
yeah, so what do? You make sure your life is over and you offer what?
A Tesla of all things. They talked about all the technology inside of Tesla that could like literally
Bruh,
catch you.
it is a speeding tracking device. Just a giant beacon to where fucking you can be found anywhere.
That's insane. And he
It
turned
really
himself in. Like, do you think he's got some sort of remorse for this, and that's what made him do it?
I don't know if he has remorse or he just cracked under pressure.
Or does he feel like there might be some sort of out?
I think I maybe, but man, it would have to be I don't understand what kind of out that like maybe there's an out where he can not get hit with the murder, but like the CSAM is there, like that's your hard drive, like that. There's no, you know what I mean?
Okay, so 5 years probation.
Nah, bro, not with that much.
We see it
Nigga,
all the
this nigga
time.
doing this nigga, yeah, bruh.
I mean, we're not
Not
seeing that much.
look, no, listen, you see it all the time with white people. You don't see it all the time with a young nigga. That nigga going to prison, brother.
Mostly non-nigga activities, typically.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying?
Yep. No, I'm
Like,
like, we tend to stray away from those type of crimes.
yeah, that's not our bag. But I'm
Not our
saying,
bad.
fucking, he's he's in that bag and got caught in that bag, and now there's a dead, possibly pregnant child.
We had that situation here in Indiana with that gal in Indianapolis. Now it wasn't
Yeah,
so much as this extent. A child still was unalive, but they were stating that there's
yeah,
a possibility she could have been pregnant, and there was also the fact that, but she did end up unalive. And I think he made a couple of Snapchats with her and stuff. But terabytes and that's crazy work. Like this dude's a
yeah.
serial nasty kid
Like,
goon.
this nigga is this is scum. This nigga is he is under not the bottom of the barrel. He's underneath that. Like it's niggas like that are just pure nastiness. And you gotta, hey, he gonna listen. This nigga going to prison regardless. And like
Think
I've
he'll
been
get the
seeing
death
look,
penalty? I know
no,
it's on the
no,
table.
if they want to make a show, but here's the thing with the death penalty, most people fucking you get the death penalty, you live for another 10, 15 years before they actually decide to kill you. Some shit like that. We see it all the time. Niggas be on death row for decades. But
You'll do appeals, you'll do all that type of
yeah,
stuff.
exactly. You do so but I think regardless, like and we've seen it really don't matter, even if you because if he goes, he's definitely going into protective custody. But the way it is now, he still might get packed out. Like that shit don't be stopping niggas nowadays.
I mean, if
Protective custody don't mean shit.
we're talking about the culture, what they say so much about California prisons in general. I mean, there's a lot of cats in
Yeah.
there that's like, we don't care. We're gonna do the right thing while we're here. We'll do the justice for you, since we ain't going
Yeah.
nowhere.
Like
So
I
that
was
could.
gonna say.
I'm just
You
praying
going
for
to
our
a
family.
prison where
Oh,
there's
and the parents. What about them? Should they be getting some charges too?
They lost their child.
Is that the punishment enough?
I sort of feel like it.
I can
You could, obviously, you know what I mean? Because, like, what are you doing?
Poor Mexican family that migrated up here and trying to have another life, and then your daughter meets a really rich guy, and this is what we moved to America for, and you okay with it, kind of thing.
It's nasty work, but at the same time, I can't believe they went into this thinking that this was ever going to be the outcome. Like, it's fucked up regardless, yo. Like, low-key, but I don't know. I be trying not to be uber judgmental because, like, I don't know their situation fucking, but I know it's fucked up now. I know it's real fucked up now. So, like, obviously, if you wanted to charge them with like some child negligence or something like that, I'm sure there's a prosecutor that could make that stick, but I don't know if they need it. You know what I mean? This nigga David needs to go to prison for the rest of his life, and bad things need to happen to him, in my opinion. But
I would definitely love to read a book about the mindset that took him there. I want to know what pushed him.
I ain't got no kids, but I can sort of like not imagine, but like I can sort of fathom what it would be like to be a parent and your child lose their life. Right. I mean, it's one of the oldest things in the book. They say a parent never wants to outlive their child.
Nobody. I'm just but I would like to see that psychological study that made him A, be into little kids like that, and B, what made him say this, what made you be like, this is the final solution.
The truth of the matter is they find a lot of times a lot of people that are like that were touched as children too. Like I know it sounds like the corny bullshit, but like that old hurt people shit be the truth, brother. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Hurt people. It's fucked up.
I just know I still had a curfew when I was 14, 13 years old.
Yeah, bro.
So that's to let her be out there in these streets, these LA streets.
Niggas know my mom would pull up on me in a hot minute if I was out past embarrass the shit out of the nigga. She did not care. She was like, oh, this nigga think he gonna be outside acting a fool, nigga. It's 9:35, nigga. You wasn't gonna be able to make it home by 10 o'clock. I was in trouble, nigga. I hadn't even broke curfew yet. I was in trouble for almost breaking curfew. She was like, nigga, you wasn't gonna make it from one side of town to the other in the half hour before you was gonna be late. Never. She was right.
Never.
She was right, because I was definitely trekking it from fucking one side of town to the other always after the buses quit running. Nasty work.
Some of us do it as adults at this point. I do it sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know, nigga. I'm getting to the age now. My knees be popping and shit. Super long distance walks. Maybe they should be a good thing though. Like maybe I need to. Maybe that's why, because I don't be hitting the long crosstown max like I used to.
It was different. But, you used to have Go ahead.
But either way, you can say her parents do what they needed to do as parents, like them letting this happen. Man, the immigrant status in 2026 America is such a fucking, like, I don't want to make it seem, oh, because they're immigrants and they're here, freaking I feel bad for them, so like no, nothing should happen. But like low key, they're immigrants here in 2026 and their daughter was murdered by a singer, a rapper, an artist. And he went on lots of podcasts and fucking perfectly fine with it in the days that would have been after he did this, and just seemed super regular.
Yeah, I think they would use that as evidence. Like, look at all the shit that he did. And then, so if he ever says, I'm sorry and I'm remorseful, they're going to take that as evidence and be like, no, because between July and December, he was living his best life.
I was going to say, this nigga was, I didn't even know he had a Fortnite skin.
I didn't either.
So I
didn't even know who he was till this happened.
I was gonna say, but apparently he had a Fortnite skin and they give him refunds for that shit. Which I mean, I think that's crazy because like Epic didn't have nothing to do with. So like, but shout out to them for giving refunds if you want them, but that's just very weird for a corporation to do. But
a game that is geared towards children.
yeah, Fortnite is that, but like, there's we can't mad adults play Fortnite.
Shout out to it it started off as such, but it's grown to be.
It's crazy. Fortnite's been around for like 10 years now, bro. It's crazy to think it's been that long.
Yeah, I have paused and no PDF file. I have been on there with 6 and 7 year olds. I was talking to some one time, and she had a little son, and I had to try. I tried to keep but there be kids on there. But
it's a video game. There's gonna be kids. You know what I mean? That just and it's like that whether you're playing, but it's different. This nigga was not. But I just thought it was weird if they are in fact giving a refund. That's crazy to me because like I don't understand the culpability of liability that would fall on Epic Games to give a refund because someone they did a partnership is a nasty nigga.
Facts. And speaking of Fortnite skins, everybody gets one, right?
I'm waiting on mine, brother.
We got to get one. We do need to keep it 99 overall, 99 like team like that. We'll do it. We'll come as a bundle. You don't got to buy us one at a time unless you want.
One of us will be the skin. One of us will be the pickaxe. One of us will be the glider. Fucking, we'll work it out.
We'll figure it out.
It'll be a whole set.
If I'm not mistaken, Homelander has one, right?
Yeah, I do believe there is a Homelander. I do believe that's crazy.
So I wonder if there's a Red Cross doctor skin. Thanks for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Don't forget, every Thursday, the full podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and mama, I'm on Spotify. Overall 99 ENT bring you videos from Friday all the way to Friday. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Again, thank you so much.